My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to the Darkest Raptopia Estate, the second of its name. I'm just currently debating exactly what I want to do here in the ruins. Specifically, I do want to go and kill the Necromancer Lord. I don't know what party I want to take. I'm thinking Reynard, just because he'll have a ridiculous, unparalleled ability to take out the Unholy in the front ranks. The big problem is you can take out the Unholy in the front ranks, sure. But if you don't kill the Necromancer Lord, you ain't doing shit, yo. So I definitely need to pair this with a lot of damages for the backline. Dervil's just super effective in this area. And having the ability to use Disorienting Blast so that I can clear corpses as well as stun in the final fight is probably going to be really helpful. So I'm thinking this is the shell of my party. These are the non-negotiables. Outside of that, I usually want another stun, so Fake Arm's pretty good. But this also, well, this does also give me the ability to defend. Ooh, okay. But then where does my healing come from? If I do all of this, then what? I have to take like a dedicated healer along the lines of like a Martel? The problem with this party is it doesn't deal that much damage to the Necromancer Lord. Like the majority of damage, in fact, dealt to the Necromancer Lord from this party is going to be blights over the course of turns, and that's 6 damage a round. So like 18 per time I blight him, but it isn't all applied at the same time. It's rough. It's a rough life. I kind of wanted to fit in someone like Lilof or especially Musard, but I could not think of a way where they would not taking a role that was essentially needed for someone else. The only other option to remove the kind of necessity here would be to take out my second stunner, have my healer be someone like Ghislaine. He would also fulfill a role of another stunner, but isn't that tanky and doesn't have a guard. Especially not having a guard in this particular circumstance becomes a real dodgy scenario. And if I do that, then I free up my healer slot, and then I can take someone along the lines of a Musard. Musard being an Unholy Slayer rather, in this area is going to be quite good. Natural Eye is quite handy. Unerring is quite handy. And then this would become my party. Effectively, this is a party we've seen before, except the front line is almost always a Fake Arp doing this, specifically because his stun can reach the third line, whereas the stun from Mon Frère Reynard can only hit the second. This does give us a stress healer that we wouldn't have had in the party otherwise, though. I think maybe this is actually what we go with. We do have a third line stun, and in desperation, we have backline stuns. Disorienting Blast I will level up because I am going to be using that in the boss fight. And then you are all damage. So damage, second healer plus damage plus stun, healer plus stun plus damage, stun plus damage plus stress heal. So the only role I don't have fulfilled is guard, but if I do take guard, I don't have stress heal, so I'm always missing something here. Ghislaine, you're not going to be taking any of those. Yeah, marks aren't super important at this party. Musard? I'm going to level that up. I don't know if I'll use it. In fact, I'm almost certain I won't, but I will level it up. Everyone does have their best equipment. At the moment, I have had a look at my high-level party. A lot of them are really kind of fucked up right now, so some of them need to be fixed. On guard, wow, you should lock in on guard. And lock out clumsy. So let's have Marshall lock in on guard, lock out clumsy. There were some ones that had much better things to lock in and much worse things to lock out. Lulia, you do need to cure your bad humors, so let's get that done. Fear of Unholy does need to be removed from you. Unfortunately, none of those are good enough to really lock in. Cedia Mania does need to be removed before I can take you out in a party again. Torn Rotator as well, pretty much. Okay, Off Guard definitely needs to be removed. None of those want to be locked in. I'm looking for people who can do two things at the same time right now. Ruins Phobe. Nope, nothing I want to lock in on you. Braquois, you need to remove Anemic, Curious, and Hieromania. Yikes. Okay, none of you have things I want to lock in and lock out at the same time, so instead I'll just go for, like, Bourgeois. Like, who's my most useful of these that has something to lock out? I guess it's Puchot, actually. Right, Puchot, you're going to remove your Fear of Unholy. I want to be a better person. I want you to be a better person too, Puchot. Hence. On top of that, we have slots left in the party, so we will be picking up Castillon, being an Unholy Slayer who is calm, a low man-at-arms.
Strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
I'll take Montfair as well. On top of that, the Nomad Wagon is currently selling a Dark Crown, which is ridiculous for low light runs. Whether or not I end up doing them, I do want to have that on deck, on board, just in case. Alright, let's unequip all of our trinkets, sort them, and then sort out which we will be using. So, in terms of Unholy Slaying, Sunring, you already have your accuracy taken care of via the Blasphemer's Vial. I feel like on top of that, I'm very likely to pair the Book of Sanity. This could be an Unholy Slayer's Ring. We do only have one of them, though. I might just then want to give the Unholy Slayer's Ring to the Unholy Slayer. That said, he is a stunner in the front line. Do I want him to have his stun available, or do I want him to do more damage to the undead? It's worth noting he's quite slow, so often a character that is necessary to stun will already be stunned by whose turn. Do I want two people stunned at the same time? Or do I want the higher amount of instantaneous damage? That isn't entirely essential to know. It's difficult. It's difficult to know. Let's put on the rest of the obvious equipment. So, the Demon's Cauldron. Plus what? Legendary Occultist, you're an Eldritch Slayer, so you will have accuracy in the final fight when it's necessary. That said, you don't have accuracy until that point, so your stun, what's your stun's accuracy? 110? Against higher dodge targets, you're not actually likely currently to hit your stun. So yeah, I guess I might actually end up giving you a Sun Ring, in which case you, Montfrere, are going to be holding the Ancestors map. Backline is almost certainly going to be Dismas's head. It's just whether or not you're a stun trinket. If you're not Dismas's head, then I pass the Unholy Slayers to Musard. We have these two who have better stunning trinkets. I think I actually am running Reynard as mainly damage right now. He's got an off stun that he might use, but is not to be directly relied upon. Correct abilities right now do need to be changed later. Depends how the fights go, but I might change Flashing Dagger for Shadow Fade or for Pick to the Face. I might put Shadow Fade instead of Pick to the Face. But even then, Shadow Fade isn't going to get a stun. Alright. Okay, let's provision ourselves up. So, let's take a second Holy Water. We're not going to need that many of them over the course of this dungeon. Our healing is a little bit not guaranteed, so going to take a little extra food on top of what I usually would. 2 medicinal herbs, no bandages. I will take 3 shovels, 2 full stacks of torches. I'm actually going to take some laudanum as well, a full stack of laudanum. The flickering, by the way, because I did get a question about this, the flickering is basically the nature of the world has revealed itself to us as being eldritch in nature, and that is it flickering in and out of our perception. It happens after you do your first mission in the Darkest Dungeon, and it doesn't stop. That is to say, the location the Darkest Dungeon rather than the game the Darkest Dungeon. I think this is what my party is. Is there any camping skills I desperately need to change? I don't actually have nighttime ambush prevention in this party. I do. It's the Unspeakable Commune. That's actually not that difficult. Yeah, I think I'd leave it like that. The Unspeakable Commune versus Zealous Vigil. Alright, I'll go unlock Zealous Vigil, because it's only 1 time cost more. And it's lower stress on a single character rather than heightened stress on everyone. Okay. Provision ourselves up. Again, take the same stuff. 1, 2, 3. And then I put 2 of those. I got an extra holy water. I got 2 stacks. And then I went for 4 laudanum. Alright. Let's get into the dungeon.
I brought my colleagues back with much of their intellect intact. A remarkable triumph for even the most experienced necromancer. Freed from the trappings of their humanity, they plied their terrible trade anew. The dead reviving the dead, on and on down the years. Forever.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a stop to that right here. Forever, my ass.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Good news for you, I'm both. Give me those heirlooms. Take those heirlooms back. I didn't
Even
particularly
the
want
cold
those.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Okay, I might actually do the double backline stun here. I mean, what? I blight them up and then I can't kill them this round? It doesn't matter either way. I do need to start getting damage in. Yikes! 11 damage. Thanks, total 1/3 of her health. Good stun to get out while we can. $23 on the back line. Okay, now another blight there will kill. Unfortunately, he is alive by 1 hit point at the moment, though. 70 versus 140. That was a 70% chance for a stun. Possibly ought not have rolled that. That's definitely going down to the Plague Doctor, so I think I leave that to them. Let's try and take out the Bone Sergeant. Nice. Very good crit. That now, the Bone Sergeant at the back, Bone Sharpshooter at the back.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
I can prevent you from taking a turn. May as well. Now we're in a bit of a rough spot. Because our stuns aren't guaranteed. And he's starting to move back into the position where he can actually do things. Stun them. Thank you. Even if I gave you the stun amulet, you'd still be on 90% chance to stun rather than anything significant. Quarrel. I can already see where our problems lie in this fight. Or rather in this dungeon. And that's if they don't target my high health, high armor kind of characters. We got trouble, boss. Okay. Fine, as long as you don't crit him. Unfortunate stun, though. Unless I do 2 damage to you before your turn. Plague Grenade is definitely going out next round, so that'll do it. I guess I'm gonna try and heal you up a little and lower your stress. The unfortunate thing here is now I definitely can't get any healing out, so I guess I'm just hoping that the Crusader goes first, which it did. Holy shit, double Sapphire. Don't mind if I do. Start a stack of Jade? I mean, anti-venom isn't used, but in fact that will be Crest instead, so. Yes, and then immediately no. Alright, we might actually run out of shovels. We've had an obstacle in each of our first 2 hallways. You can't have 2 obstacles in the same hallway, so that is the worst that we could have gotten. Sure, I'll use a key here. Fucking nice as hell. Yeah, that's gonna be those. That's gonna be my final key. Wow. This has been rough. That's an unfortunate tempting gauntlet right there. Goblet, rather. Super early in the round as well. I have speed 13. He has speed 10. How'd he go ahead of me?
Decimated.
That's annoying. Good stun there, though. Both of these have the same resist. You know what? Fuck you. 70% chance for a stun. It's a bit low. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, our healer now needs to heal, and you're gonna have to do a little better than that, bud.
As the fiend falls.
Okay, if this bone sharpshooter gets a turn, which they don't. So, that immediately ends that line of inquiry right there.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
We'll do that so that we could possibly be applying a lethal dot to him. Good. Self back on full. Damn. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to let him get another hit out. I wanted to do low damage so that he would be able to get one more hit out and live, but be killed by the DOT at the very end of the next turn, so I wouldn't be called out for stalling. Okay, you've got some stress as well as a little bit of health to heal, so will Divine benefit you. All the way over here for a single Curio, and then the possibility of moving back. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I did bring the extra food so that I could use it in scenarios like this, where I can't really do that much healing in battle, but hell, I've got food to heal out of it. Okay, we've got no battle spawned in this corridor. That's what I was worried about. Unfortunately, turns out that was pretty much not worth my while at all. We've picked up more stress than we lost from doing the trap disarm. That said, we've now got the light running out, so by the time we get to this Curio, we might be in much low... Oh, fuck me, that's a lot of feasting. We're going to be in quite low light by the time we get to this Curio. Please don't be empty.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Right. Pump that torch back up. Still got 10. More than fine. Bone Bearer needs to die instantly. I did not... Whoa. Plus 25% damage, probably from the Bone Bearer. I didn't pay enough attention to killing the Swine Skiver immediately when I encountered the Swine... Wow, 53 fucking HP. That's gonna be rough. I don't want to move out of a position where I can stun him with my Occultist, because my Occultist is the only person who can get that third line stun. Why his stun resists 245%? I should have seen that. That's my bad. I just should have seen that. Wicked Surge. Bunch of damage. If we can stun you, that's going to be huge. It is good. Axe Blade hits our front line. Does not crit, thankfully. The extra damage is really annoying. If I can get down to just these two... Oh my god, if I can get down to just those two. You've still got 2 health left in the back line there. 2 health. Wow. That's atrocious. All right, let's make sure you never get a move.
Press this advantage.
Good.
Give them no quarter.
I need to try and stun as many of them as possible. Good. Not against the worst target you could have hit. Actually, you might only be able to hit the front two lines, I think. Okay, now we can start considering stalling. And to be entirely honest with you, we need to get some freaking stalling health out here. Problem is, we're only going to be able to stun one of these per turn, and even then, it's not guaranteed. If they foul warding each other and stuff like that, I am totally okay with it. These two are probably the most controllable that I am going to get the opportunity to interact with, so I may as well enjoy it while I can. $10. Ooh. Knocks him back. My primary stunner is stunned. Doesn't matter who I hit here, I'm hitting the same target. And getting resisted as well, yikes. Let's make sure he doesn't go down to a single crit or anything like that. Hey, deadweight's the same dude. He's already stunned, so it doesn't really matter that much. Good stun and a crit as well. Just want to get them to reasonable HP, god damn it. Alright, fine. That's... I'm giving myself basically a 2-turn timer on that. Good crit, but unfortunately a low roll. Stun him. Good. One action comes out this round. This guy doesn't get an action next round. Hits against our best dodging character. If she had Toxin Trickery, we'd be in a much better position. Awesome. I moved him out of the range. That was really bad. I moved the Plague Doctor out of the range wherein they were going to be able to heal themselves with Battlefield Medicine. It's only 3 health that they lost, but it is 3 health that they lost. Hopefully they hit Reynard here.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
rough.
and purpose is made clear.
Good dodge. Nope. It's not gonna do it. Okay, you're dead in 2 turns, so now I don't let you... I let you act, in fact, but I don't really care. Good. All we needed was no crit there, pretty much. And despite my constant failings, looks like we're going to get out of this with basically no stress. As well as... Ooh. In fact, no stress at all, as well as full health on every character. That's perfect.
Destroy them all.
Like, that is definition perfect. I don't think it's guaranteed that I'm going to get a... Whatchamacallums?
Trinkets and baubles.
Secret room.
Paid for in blood.
So I'm not going to hold on to the key just in case I get a secret room when I'm not guaranteed. Alright, Chevalier right up in the back line. That's really rough. We can't blight many of these at all. I can try and stun the Chevalier. The only person who can stun the Chevalier, in fact, is Dervil. And Dervil can't really blight any of these people anyway, so I may as well. Alright. The front line is pretty much just going to be... Yikes. It's going to be really rough to kill this Chevalier. The front line is pretty much just going to be... My front line is trying to wail on one supplicant. We're gonna start getting Crimson Curses here. Good resist, though. Oh, if that final one moves itself back, I'll be really happy. Never mind. I want the Chevalier to move forward overall. Another no crit. What are we? 140, 180, 75% chance for a stun. It's worth trying. The Chevalier does so much damage that is worth any opportunity I have to prevent them.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I will do the heal here because the amount of damage I do on Ghislaine is actually really low. Yeah, he's going to resist the blight because he's a plague doctor. You may have wanted to choose a better target for that one, mon frere. May as well try and blight here because I'm not going to be able to do anything else. Okay, so you're down to 15 HP. Okay. I can't lunge the back line. All right, you're dead. Beautiful. Chevalier never got an action. That is actually fucking insane.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
That's really annoying. I was about to say, we can actually farm some healing off of these, but the thing is, you only want to do that when everyone is already Crimson Cursed. Because otherwise, you're just extending the fight and giving the enemies more chance to Crimson Curse your characters. Good. Unfortunately, I do have to grant this supplicant one more action. But it gets dodged. If I can get a heal and a stress heal off... probably not the stress heal. Probably not even the heal, actually. Gotta just finish that fight.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I pretty much gotta hold on to everything in my inventory right now. Yeah, all of it has direct, honest purpose. Actually gonna drop the gold for the crests. Because gold is not really my limiting factor at the moment, despite the fact if I do get a lot of gold, I ball out of control ridiculously, and no one can ever stop me having a ridiculous amount of gold at that point. It's also worth noting, the monuments that I want to build aren't built with gold. They cost 500 gold at the most. That's not much gold. Sorry, 1,000 gold at the most. That's not that much gold. The real limiting factor for building those monuments is whether or not you can farm up the heirlooms. Oh, the blight. No, but not in time. That's an unfortunate stun. Good. Also pump the torch. See, I really don't care about these gargoyles. In fact, I would leave these two gargoyles here and farm against them. Because they don't really have high crit or anything like that. They're
clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I can't leave them there. I already fucked that up. My plan was to leave the two gargoyles, but this guy's already got a lethal DLT on him. I can't stop it from happening either. Friends. Fine. Again, fine. Fine, if you've got a lethal DLT on you, let's make sure you don't get a turn. Okay. Satiable Ghoul gets hit in the face, and one action before him should be able to take him out, right? No, that doesn't take him out. Alright, we'll stun you. That takes you out. You're now dead to your DOT. No, you're not. Okay, one of them wore off. That surprises me a lot. Can I get my cultist first, please? Thank you. Reasonable heal. And that was enough to make sure that he dies on his turn. So I wanted to do as little damage there as possible. I wasn't really trying to stun. I just wanted to make sure that on his turn, he'll die. So I can do whatever I want, and just, as soon as it gets to his turn, as soon as I'm actually in danger, we're immediately saved from it.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Means I don't have to try and kill him early or anything like that. Alright, well, look, it's Ruby, so Pretty much no arguing with that. Gotta start a stack of those. Yikes. Didn't actually have a scout here. That's rough. No books for me, thank you very much. I'm on a no-book diet. Okay, good. Absolutely nothing there, and now we can scout again. Give me that stuff. Nope. Alright. More gold goes away. Let's get those crests. That's what I wanted. I wanted those crests. I want that prill. I want that pill. Give me that pill. Off the torches I go in. Extra scout. Beauty. Okay, first hunger ping. I'll pop the torch.
The match is struck. A blazing
This
star is
sucks.
born.
This sucks a lot. This sucks bad in a not good way. Wowzers, this is not good. Holy Jesus. Okay, 30.
Masterfully
Good.
executed.
That's very good. I just need to kill the Bone Lancer as soon as possible. Yep. Nice dodges, buds, pals, dudes, guys, friends. Wicked Surge. Unfortunate.
A dizzying blow to
Can
body
you
and
not
brain.
do that, Bone Sergeant? Please, dude. Guy, pal, friend. Okay, another 20 on the back line. If I can get my fucking blight... Never mind.
And improvement.
If I could have got the blight off first... would have been perfect. Okay, you're dead now. Problem is the Bone Bearer is not yet. So do I hit the back line to do that? Yeah. I mean, the heal has to go. Like, that. There's no arguing with that. That's what had to happen there, unfortunately. That is what I'm worried about. The amount of damage that goes across the party. Alright, you're down. Unholy Rally. Okay. You suck. Also, wait a second. How did you get a turn? So you just get to fucking heal people at the end of the... Okay, so he takes like an extra outside of the actual order of turns turn. Which is fucking lame. Yeah, all of my hits are going to be pretty obvious. Let's heal the people that are actually
In the fevered pitch of battle.
in greater risk right now. You're down. Don't crit, 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 don't crit. Nice! I'd love to be able to stun you and take an extra turn here, but I can't guarantee it. The only person who could really guarantee that stun is not allowed to use their stun this round. They're too busy healing. Oh, well, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. Okay. 11, we healed more than we took in damage there. And now he's dead before he gets an action, so we can just try and use whatever we can get. Yeah. Overall, I got more benefit out of that than sadness.
The light, the promise of safety. A trifling
Wow.
victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Guess it's time to start another stack of sapphire. If I get a second sapphire, then that's already more than a stack of gold. I do need to save a lot of these torches. As we go. Yeah, I need to save like 2 of them for this point. Okay, medicinal herbs shows us.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I don't think I can take the tenacity. Yeah, no. Instead of the holy water, sure. I did get to use one of my holy waters. I wanted to use the other one on one of those ceremonial bowls. I hope I don't get 2 hunger procs in the next hallways. That would suck. Okay, the surprise here is pretty big. Should be able to take out the cultist witch before she gets around. 19, 12. If I let her get 1 round right now, then... In fact, I have to, because I actually can't hit the back line. This artillery can't be used from here. Sure, I guess I'm letting her get around then. May as well start the cultist champion. Person I'm most worried about. I would usually turn the light up right now, but I can't afford to. Need these torches. Oh! A dodge. Good dodge. Good dodge, you good boy. Perfect. Yes. So we can't actually farm these because this menacing gargoyle will die to his DOT. But I will farm them as much as I can. Good. A lot of stress healed. Fair amount of health as well, in fact. You're going down this round. Don't need to accelerate your... shouldn't have passed. I was trying to move, in fact.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Please don't stun Ghislaine. I really need him here. Perfect. Okay, now I need to actually start lashing some damage into you. Because if I don't... Oh, 1 damage. Yes! Okay, this guy now gets 1 more round to survive. And then at the end of the next round, he'll be... Yeah, perfect. This is the largest amount of overall healing that we can get out. Another 11. Especially if Ghislaine goes before the Menacing Gargoyle next round. It's not guaranteed, but it could happen.
May we find victory.
They've only a 2-speed difference. Never mind. We did get our second sapphire as well.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, that's our final obstacle, so that's our final shovel gotten rid of at that point as well. Yeah, we don't have anything to disarm this with, so I guess person that is least likely to be hit with venom opens it.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Alright, let's keep going. No hunger proc. Sorry. Had to clear my nose. Okay, person who is least susceptible to bleed rolls this. Ghislaine, that's you. But you're not bled. Another bone bearer. Okay, we do have another torch. Should use that. Good crit!
Ground quakes.
Okay, we did not ambush them, so we might not... Never mind, we did get the bone bearer. Yes, good crit! Good try. Okay, they don't really do that much damage, so plus 20% damage on them isn't that significant. Unless they crit. But if they miss, it could not be less significant. Don't stun them. Thank you. I'm gonna try and stun you in response. Try and prevent you from stunning in the future. Light him up. You're not dead yet.
Precision.
You are now. Beautiful. Our stress is controlling itself through those crits, actually. The stun here is super unlikely. The damage, even my low roll, as long as I hit, which I have the sun ring, so I was kind of likely to hit that. Even my low roll would have killed the bone sharpshooter. We can stress and party heal off of these two, and the bone sharpshooter is dead before it gets an action. So I don't really need to worry about that one. 3 is definitely not enough. Especially when it bleeds. Yikes. Sure. 4 damage. Oh, look at me. I'm fucking terrified. I'm quivering in my boots. 1 rolls a 1. Yikes. Can you not do that to yourself, please? Guess I'm gonna heal myself by... How much was I bleeding for? Another 6 on top of that. Heal myself for 9 there. 6 prevention of bleed. See if I can stun you. That stun was mainly to try and prevent dead weight from going on Ghislaine, then stunning them, and then I lose a turn of healing, effectively. Oh, look what happened! Ghislaine got stunned, and I lost a turn of... Wow, who would have guessed such a thing?
Sedated.
See, the thing is, if Ghislaine isn't healing, I'm not out healing the damage that's being dealt to me. That's kind of the goal. There's a solid 17. Now he's back up to full health. Bump of the night hits for 5. Good. Self-heal and stress heal.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
I didn't go for the stun because the chance to actually hit the stun on the shield wall there, because he already had a lower stun chance because I'd stunned him last round, it just wasn't worth rolling. Couldn't have known I was going to get crit, of course. Well, we're about 1 good heal on Reynard away from being done with this fight, so I'm going to start taking out the opposition.
The blood quickens.
You're dead before you ever get a move. It's a pretty good heal. Alright, you get 1 last turn, shield wall. Sorry to say, you spent it poorly. I can still heal from the front line as the occultist, so it's okay. 8, that's actually my low roll. That's not okay. Ooh, okay, we're getting a lot of low rolls in this round. Looks like the shield wall will actually get 1 more turn. Gets dodged, though. Blight you before your turn. There's no way that I can stun you and have you die to a DOT next turn. Okay, so yeah, I just blight you before your turn, I guess. There we go. Now we can take as many healing actions as we can get. Fill your fucking boots, mate. Hey, there we go. Fight managed.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Mischief managed. 4 torches left. Beautiful. It is camping time. Hit that forward.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
So, in terms of increasing others' damage, I can increase my own accuracy by 10. That's about it. And then there's Dark Strength. I will use Zealous Speech. Give everyone in the party the stress buff. So Dark Strength should be used first. And I should take off my increasing trinkets before I use it. Now, the person who I should increase the damage of is definitely my damage dealer. That seems pretty obvious to me. Then I'll zealously speak, and I'll also give zealous vigil to make sure that we don't get ambushed. May as well use the cure, despite the fact there's nothing to cure. It'll just give me extra disease resist. So I guess if this fight happens to be against a ghoul, a slavering ghoul that is, and they happen to use Howl, or against maggots, because the maggots can also give me diseases.
A singular strike.
So, you know, maybe I actually saved myself something there. Not that likely, but maybe. Nice dodge.
Annihilated.
That's a pretty ridiculous crit.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, there's no way that I would use that. Oh, there is, if this was a smash cabinet. I might actually end up using medicinal herbs in the fight. I probably won't use laudanum. I believe there is no laudanum-inducing problems up here. Now, you need to change your blinding gas for disorientating blast, but that's about it. I believe the rest of the party is kit correctly. Yes. Unless I want to go for poison darts. 15 damage. 15 damage will never be better than the amount of damage I deal with the thrown dagger. There's no reason to go for that. Okay. We are gold. Always believe in your soul. You have the power. By the way, just in case you were unaware, you're indestructible. That's right. Always believe in.
Fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Nightmare made material. I can't stun you if I do Musard's attack right here, but I also need to do Musard's attack right here. Shame. The flesh is willing. See, it's important that we roll the damage against the Necromancer Lord at pretty much every fucking opportunity we get. Because otherwise, we'll get in the fight, we'll get really in the weeds with the fight, and then we will not have the ability to kill the Necromancer anymore. Because we spent too long doing literally everything else. 6, nice. And now we have someone who will actually start taking against the front line. The Bone Sergeant needs to die before it gets an action, so... Start that up. Good! There we go. 41 crit is big. I need not tell you that 41 is a big number.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
It's pretty bad. Let's slap those back lines. Unfortunate that did let the Bone Sergeant get a turn. Necromancer Lord isn't dead yet, but I think at this point we do stop focusing on him with anyone except for Leoloth and the Plague Doctor. Thankfully, they're foul warding one another, which makes my life a lot easier. You're dead to your DOTs now. But that means that I have to give you one more turn of living if I want you to die to those DOTs, so I will hit you with this. Now you don't get another turn of living. In fact, you also don't get another turn of living. Use a Clumsy Axe Blade, which also sends another target backwards, who now has to use Clumsy Axe Blade to move forward. This is perfect. This is working out really well, in fact. You're dead, you aren't. Okay, cool. We're done. So this is the problem with the fight, right? If you don't kill the Necromancer Lord, or if you don't focus enough of your damage towards the Necromancer Lord, you will end up in a position where, oh shit, everyone is in the fight, and now I can't hit the Necromancer Lord. I screwed up. And by that point, you can't really do anything about it. Alright. I'll split the throw there, because the only way I can damage this bone shield wall. Okay, Axe Blade. Also miss. I'd love to start healing my characters and stuff like that. Try and remove their stress, but I feel like maybe that's a bad idea. Let's not toy with our food right now. Let's just get out of here.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Return to the hamlet. That is one fewer Necromancer Lords to taunt the rest of the ruins. Alright, one more blueprint as well as 60 of those lovely, lovely crest friends. Faded replaced Warrior of Light, that's a bad thing. On Guard replaced Unholy Slayer, that's bad actually because she's already fast enough to go first. Slow Draw is bad. Necromania is bad. And Healer's Gift is replaced by Warren's Adventurer. Warren's Adventurer is better.
All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
I guess we kind of broke even over the course of that. Well, the thing that we did break ahead with is we got a very important trophy, being the Necromancer's Collar, plus 20% damage versus Unholy, plus 5% crit versus Unholy, almost certainly going to replace the Unholy Slayer's Ring in almost certain every application. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Darkest Raptopia State, the second in Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon has been the name of the game. Your name has been Jeremiah. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.